Welcome to Coombe & Curry Trading Cards podcast, where collecting meets the game.
Podcast vendors, we are back, episode 11?
11 it is, yeah.
11.
My favourite number.
That was your old shirt number, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We're back and we've, super excited. Special guest on today, we've got Lee Cardsley, aka Stu. We're super excited to get him on and have a chat with him later on.
Welcome, Stu.
Hello guys, how are we doing?
Yeah, nice. I like your setup as well. Nice touch of class to the pod, that.
Yeah. Trying to keep it as professional as possible.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Comparison to us, I've got a mic on my shirt, sort of sitting off my sofa, and you've got a proper setup. So
it's messy in front of you, so I won't show what's around.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, yeah, really, really excited to get you on and chat, and we'll go into a bit more detail with Stu after we've gone through a couple bits. But also looking forward to letting you know about the first break that I went into with Lee Cardsley the other night, which was great fun. But we'll talk about it more going forward into the episode.
Much anticipated, that, isn't it? We've been talking about you going into a break for a while, so I'm quite keen to hear how that went, MC.
It's been a long time coming, you know. I think we've spoken about it previously, and I kept like umming and ahhing and going round the houses, going, who do I go in on, and what breaks do you do? I'm sure you're the same with when going to breaks, but it was great. May as well talk about it now, shall we?
Yeah, well, I'm keen to know how you're feeling, because obviously we've had Nick from KCC, and this is really cool because obviously I'm from the UK, but having a UK breaker on and seeing from your side, Stu, like I'm looking forward to hearing, because I only know one thing, so like I feel I've done a lot of breaks, but I kind of go the two same people, you know, same guys over here. So it's decent to know what goes on there. But what I'm keen with you, Mart, is how you feeling now. One breakdown, talk me through it.
Yeah, I'll paint you a picture, shall I? So it was, what night was it? Was it Friday? It was Wednesday night. Yeah. Reason being I know that, it was because it was my wife works late on a Wednesday, so I remember her coming in and I had an AirPod in one of my ears, and she was like, what are you doing?
Oh yeah, nothing.
And I was like, yeah. I was like, did the niceties and went, yeah, how are you? Yeah, good day. Yeah. Move on.
Yeah.
And yeah, obviously I jumped on the break around 9 p.m. with Stu, and I honestly loved it. And I think I said to you, Stu, as well, I'm looking forward to jumping on it again, because it was just it's a whole new sort of experience for me in terms of how it works. Because all break, it's all sort of I guess it's all sort of different. I mean, same sort of premise, but like difference in other breakers. But it wasn't just the break that I enjoyed; it was the whole environment that you created. I think it was super good. Your personality was great. The sort of the quips of the WWE sort of sound bites was, for me, I really enjoyed that. But it was a lot of good chat between the people that were jumping on as well, and you sort of threw in some quiz questions if you hit a certain amount of likes on the live, and it was just super engaging, which was probably what I may have been worried about jumping on a break. How engaged is the person that's sort of presenting it or hosting it? Yeah, kudos to you. It was super enjoyable. I probably would have stayed on longer if I wasn't a dad and knackered. But yeah, it was great, mate. Honestly, yeah, really well done. I think you're doing great stuff, and I'm looking forward to jumping on the next one. But yeah, obviously, you know, Kumi, you were saying how does it work? Because obviously you're so used to a couple of breakers in New Zealand.
But we've already, from what you're saying, from your description of like with Stu, is different to what's happening here. So it'd be good to. I know we're probably going to jump between topics, but when we get into chatting with Stu, and Stu talks about the breaks and Lee Cardsley and that, then we can jump back, I think, to then your experience, because like straight away, that sounds like it's different. So there's more to it rather than the break. But obviously we'll hear that from Stu shortly.
Yeah, absolutely. So right, let's get mail day out of the way, and then we'll jump in with Stu because I just want to pick your brains a bit, Stu. To be honest, mate.
Cool.
Cool. BC, what you got? What have you had in the mail this week, mate?
Oh, it's been a banger. So I was speaking on last week's podcast about when I was away reffing, and then checked in with some breaks that I watched like after the event, and I had an absolute worldie of a week.
Oh yeah.
But the stuff from Card Crazy they send out every week, so I had like a bumper mail day. I know, Stu. Do you collect any NFL? Or are you just all football?
Football and wrestling.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah.
But obviously I'm massively into the NFL. So you've got Origins over here. I don't think that they do football Origins, but it's a lovely product. But this year, like what I've been waiting for is Seahawks in the 2024 product was quite poor. Just no decent rookie quarterback with Geno Smith, and the base cards have all buggered off as well. So Lockett's gone to Titans, DK Metcalf Steelers, Geno Smith's gone to Raiders. It was not the best, but now we've got like Milrow and some decent rookies. The product's really good. So I will start with the absolute banger. I had the 2 of 5 I spoke about, which was JSN, which is my PC. Laundry tag.
That patch, that patch is the.
It's literally a laundry tag. Admittedly, I don't get it. I don't get it at all, the laundry tag. But when I was looking at like how people view patches, we were talking about this, Mark, weren't we, just before? Obviously the NFL shield, and then you've got like the Nike swoosh. But then the third one on a lot of these sort of polls was the laundry tag. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. But it's JSN, it's 2 of 5, and it is a lovely looking card. So that came this week. I had a Elijah Aurora. He's a new tight end. Like a jersey patch auto. It's quite nice. But I've got another one coming from KCC, which is a really, really nice patch. So this one's just like a bit of jersey. So hopefully that comes next week. I got in the same break from Score, a JSN auto on a base card. And another highlight for me was International Hobby. It was a field level view of Julian Love, Dragon Scale. So, yeah, decent.
Dragon Scale.
Yeah, it's a beauty, that, yeah.
Quite wild,
and
isn't it?
Whilst I was in the card shop, I picked up a select Premier League mega box.
I saw. Yeah. What did you get from
that? Yeah, Diogo Jota in the pink.
Nice.
Yeah, such a nice card. But the good thing about the megas is there's a lot of pink parallels in there, and they to me they're just lovely looking card. Mm-hmm. I got. He's gone now, but he's gone to João Pedro in a Brighton shirt. That's actually numbered, so that was 131 of. Is that 155? Yeah, so I've got some decent stuff. I've got my Cody Gakpo. And then, Stu, you might be interested in this. I only bought this for a picture I wanted to do on my Instagram with my replica heavyweight title belt. I got a Jimmy Uso Superstar worn patch.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lovely looking card, that. Select.
Yeah. I just gave away a Rey Mysterio version of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I gave it to a friend. But they're lovely cards, yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. But that's my second ever WWE card. The only other one I've got is a Shawn Michaels signed card. It was obviously my, I guess, idol growing up. So, yeah, pleased with that. Bit of Jimmy Uso there. So, yeah, it's been a mad one for Mail Day. And then, I guess, slightly away from Mail Day, I was saying again, Mark, my little one collects the Disney Lacana cards. And we've opened so many packs trying to find these enchanted cards. And finally, the other day, I don't know what that is, what character that is, but yeah, we finally got one of these enchanted cards. So she was buzzing. But it's quite good actually. Like we had 4 packs and then was all opening one, and then when we got it, like we were just like she recognised it straight away as like an enchanted card. We were just absolutely buzzing. I don't even know why, because I don't even know what this thing's from, but the fact it was an enchanted card, just like yeah. Nice. So it's been a decent week. Yeah, everyone's hooked now. That's it.
What about the wife?
Yeah, she's got into the Lacana cards. Yeah, she likes it.
Nice.
But now we've got the enchanted. That's it. Done. Let's find something else.
Move on.
Exactly. Yeah, not the same anymore, is it? Got the enchanted done and dusted.
That João Pedro would have... After you.
Huh?
You go.
No, go on. You go.
That João Pedro card would have probably sparked your interest a little bit, Stu, wouldn't it? As a Chelsea fan, I believe. Are you?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So massive Chelsea fan. So I'll collect obviously the Chelsea cards, and I'll also collect players that have joined, or like João Pedro, for example. I'll be collecting his card in a Brighton kit. If they leave Chelsea, I'll be collecting their cards after Chelsea. So yeah, all things Chelsea, I'll collect, no matter if they're playing in a different kit. If it's before they joined us or after they've left, I will still collect it.
Well, I'll tell you what, Stu, when I come over at the end of the year, I'll bring that for you. And not posting it from here, as I found out the hard way when I sent some to MC. It cost a bloody fortune. But yeah, I'll save that for you.
Yeah, appreciate that. See if I've got
that's a lovely looking card, yeah. So when I bring it over, I'll give it to you, Mark, and we'll get that over to Stu. It's a lovely piece, that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Go on, MC. Hit us with your mail this week.
I had 2 wonderful cards come into my PC, actually. I don't know if you'll like it, Stu, but BC, you'll like these. 2 Gerrard cards, obviously, into my PC.
Yeah. You sent me the pictures, yeah.
Yeah, Topps Total Football, both numbered 7 to 50 from the 06-07 season, Champions League, and then 21 to 50 from the 08-09 season. It's my first Gerrard numbered cards going in, so that's nice to tick off. I've been looking at autos, but quite expensive. I'm finding, obviously. So yeah, that's my next on my list. I want to get an auto at some point. I think there was one on there that I saw for maybe the cheapest one's about 60 quid. So tempting.
Oh yeah.
But I'll keep looking. But I have got some other Gerrard cards coming this week. So I'll let you know.
Not that £8,000 one you were talking about on the last show.
No, it's gone down to 7 now.
Was it? Yeah.
Yeah, so we're getting there, getting closer to a price a bit more reasonable, shall we say. But yeah, other than that, I actually pulled another numbered card from the Topps retail packs.
Yeah.
I actually don't know too much about him, but it's a rookie card. So it's Louis Guilherme for West Ham to 199.
Okay.
Dom
will be all over that then, won't he?
He will. He's actually quite annoyed at the moment, actually, because he's not pulled any numbered or autos from the packs he's bought. Oh, really? So he's losing patience.
That was not from the Eco pack that was meant to be his when he. Well,
it might well have been.
Have your pub meet.
It might well have been from that Eco pack, actually. Yeah. So
what's he learned from that?
Learn from your mistakes.
Exactly, yeah.
So yeah, quite quiet on the mail day, but got some good stuff coming up this week.
Use it or lose it.
And obviously got a lovely care package from Stu. Yeah, the 199 Loftus Cheek for Milan, and the German, under 23 pack as well, and there's a couple more freebies. So yeah, super nice of Stu to send that in from the break that we did. But yeah, let's jump into Stu. Let's jump into his world. Stu, tell us a little bit about Cardsley Breaks, how it came about, how long you've sort of been doing it, and a bit of the backstory on it.
Yeah, so I'll take you back to 2023, like the summer. I was literally at work scrolling through TikTok, and I came across my first ever card breaker. And at the time he was selling PSG team sets like as individual packs, because the chase in there at the time was, I think, like 2 numbered cards. You get autos 1 in every 2 boxes or something. And at the time, you're looking for the Neymars, the Messis, and the Mbappes, and I was hooked. Like, at first, I was buying the packs, and then I was like, I'm not getting the hits here. So I then eventually moved from packs to boxes. And then a couple of weeks later, the algorithm of TikTok, I see like all the breakers now. And I'm like, this is something I can do, because growing up, I was collecting the sort of Merlin stickers, the sort of match attacks cards. And I felt like whilst I was watching that breaker at the time, it was the thrill turned into, like, from receiving one of those good cards turned into actually opening the cards. Like I was actually excited for him to open my pack. So I was thinking, why can't I do something like this and sort of bring it back? Because I obviously grew up, but there was a period where I stopped collecting this sort of stuff. And then, I started my first ever card channel from about August 23 to like March, April 24. And that was on TikTok as well. And then stopped. I don't know why I stopped. I think just work got in the way, life got in the way. And it wasn't until January this year that I thought, you know what, why don't we just have another crack at it this time, but then go full guns blazing, plan ahead, sort of. I didn't make many mistakes last time, but I didn't want to, there was reasons why I had to stop last time. So I kind of wanted to learn from them, learn from those mistakes. And I think just seeing Lee Cardsley at the time on TV, it just popped into my head, like Lee Cardsley. So I was hooked from there to just sort that name out. And it kind of sparks a lot of people, because usually when I stream, I'll be sitting in like a Chelsea top, and I'll have people going, why have you got an Everton player? And why do you support Chelsea? Or they'll come in and say up the Toffees. So I've got to do that awkward bit where I say, well, I don't actually support Everton. So it was, that's how Lee Cardsley came about, I guess. Just through, exactly like that.
Have you got any Lee Cardsley cards?
Someone did send me some, actually.
Love that.
I don't know if you collected these. Did you collect
I'm
these?
not sure.
No, I it rings a bell, but never collected them, no.
So 2006, 2007. That Lee Cardsley. That's the only Lee Cardsley card.
I love that, yeah.
So there we go.
Yeah.
I mean, the name is
quality
just...
player, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, being Liverpool fans, obviously me and Kumi are Liverpool fans, always remember Cardsley and Gravison sitting in the middle. Just 2 bald, sort of ball breakers in the middle, just like... Not really technically that good, but like, well, you're in for a match, right? Back then. But the name is just amazing, mate. Like, honestly, it's always sort of stuck in my head. And I think we always joke. I mean, you probably still laugh at it sometimes when you get that feedback from people about the name. But we laughed about it, didn't we, Kumi, when I said, I've been chatting to Cardsley Breaks. But yeah, it's amazing, mate. What a great pun. Love it.
That's good. That's decent, yeah.
So Stu, before you decided to start breaking and stuff, you mentioned that you collected in the past, but did you have a particular PC or something like that, or how long were you collecting?
So growing up, it was just like the Merlin stickers and the match attacks. Whatever I got in those packs, I just keep. Then over time, when I started getting back into it, it was those PSG team sets that kind of made me think, you know what? Why don't I just start collecting these? And then over time, I just shifted to the team I support, obviously Chelsea. Brought a binder, put all the old cards in that binder, traded some cards, got some new ones in. So yeah, for now it's just Chelsea, and then I transitioned. Actually, there was a period where it was just wrestling. So here behind me, I don't know if you can see that, Shelton Benjamin.
Nice, yeah.
This is a 1 of 1.
Wow,
nice, yeah. Vinyl.
Yeah, but the story about how this came about. So on my old page, we do giveaways on this page, but we did giveaways on the old page, and one of the giveaways was a top finest WWE blaster pack. So this was from a blaster. So I opened it up, free giveaway from a blaster pack, and the 1 of 1 was in there. And
That's crazy.
he was a Rangers fan at that time, and I think we had a Gattuso auto card in, so we just traded. He wasn't big on wrestling at the time, so I definitely keep that. So I definitely
nice.
Yeah.
Nice card. Yeah. So when you going back to these PSG team sets, what product was that at the time?
So it was like a team set. So similar to the one like the Atletico Madrid behind me. It was like that. So there was 6 packs in a box. I think it was like 1 or 2 guaranteed numbers, and then you could get autos in like special boxes. I think it was like 1 in 2 or 1 in 3.
Yeah.
So yeah, I did get like 2 autos. They've now gone. But I got 2 autos, and I think I can't tell you how many boxes I brought in the end, but I only got 2 autos. So I think there was a period where I was like, yeah, this is not worth it anymore.
Yeah, I think I got the Liverpool team set. Do you remember, King? I got that a few months back
from the Fnatic store.
No. This I ordered it online actually, but I got the Van Dijk patch card from that pack.
Yeah.
Numbered to 50, so that was quite a nice pull. But yeah, I know the team sets you get. Yeah, you know the Madrid ones as well, Barcelona. Yeah, all the big teams, right? But yeah, right. What's next? Breaks. Have you ever bought into your own breaks shoe? Is that a thing? Is it frowned upon? What sort of?
I've never. I mean, it's difficult. I've seen other people do it for theirs, but I've never done it for mine. And that's purely because a major reason why I do this is I'm buzzed pulling a major card for someone, and if I did it for myself, if it was a good team, bad team, I wouldn't be like, I'd give it away straight away. Like I just wouldn't. I'd rather someone else come in, build that sort of community vibe. I kind of think it defeats the point if you join your own breaks. Like, I mean, some people do, and that's fair enough. I mean, somebody made a point the other day. He asked the same question in the comments, and he said, if you get Barcelona, and obviously all the teams we do are random, but if I end up getting Barcelona and I get a decent card, one, it could potentially look a bit fishy, and 2, like I say, I don't get the thrill. I don't get the thrill of opening my own stuff to keep, if that makes sense. I'd rather pull something major for someone, because it's a feel good factor, I guess.
With your breaks, so we were saying, Mark, like most of the ones over here, so you get like we do some random teams like in the NFL, but like generally once the checklists are out, it will go to pick your own team. So what I want to know, Mark, you already know a bit more, is I'm gonna fire some things at you here. So A, what products are you breaking? B, do you do any pick your own team? Let's go with those.
Okay, so recently I've had the Impeccable just behind me, the Obsidian, both the hobby box and the international box. I've never done PYT. Never done PYT. And that's just because I like it. I like to keep it fair. Everyone sort of pays the same price. Everybody has the same amount of chance at getting a good team. I've seen, I hate comparing prices, but when you do PYT, some of the big teams are quite expensive. So if I can keep that price down as low as possible and everybody pays the same amount, I think it's fair for everyone. And I think that's part of the community that we've got here. Everyone is on board with not doing sort of PYTs. Everyone pays the same price. Everyone has the same chance of getting in one of those good teams. But like I say, if you hit or if you don't hit, you get freebies at the end of the day. So everybody has to open on arrival day, which I think is important.
I like that. I think it's interesting because obviously, Mark, you're like more football, as in soccer. Hate saying it, but with I find with NFL, like I'm a Seahawks fan, but like you kind of like other players. Like I've got a Tua Tagovailoa PC, and like you more. I guess I'm more open to having cards from other players. Whereas as a Liverpool fan, I don't want anyone else in my PC. I wouldn't collect. So I would find that quite tricky. But then again, football's a bit different. There's less teams. And what I found over here in New Zealand, for example, when you've got some breakers that are doing sort of soccer or whatever, you get your top teams go straight away. And then maybe this is because we're from England and we've been brought up on football, but then who's going to buy Burnley, for example?
Yeah.
I find over here you then get like a little section of teams that never get bought. But flipping what you said about the prices, I don't know if this is something you've seen or done or ever happens within the breaks that you're doing. But obviously with some of the sort of really, especially with National Treasures just coming out and Impeccable as well for NFL, we were saying last week, like some of the prices, because you've got, I think it's Impeccable and National Treasures, you've got, I think 5, 8 cards or whatever it is. So a lot of teams are going to miss out. And I was saying, like, when you look at like Commanders for like 2024, they were a really high price. But then when those teams don't sell, they'll do like fillers and closers and stuff like that. So then you buy into that, and then you've got a chance of, you know, however the price is worked out. If you're paying $10 or something like that, you've got a chance of winning Commanders. And I had that this evening in the Browns this year, because of like Shador, Saunders and that are quite expensive. And no one bought Browns, so he had a closer for it. I think each entry was like $6 or $6.20 or something. I chucked one in and I managed to pull Browns. So that was quite nice. But I guess with the way you do it with randoms, you probably don't have the need for like fillers and closers and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, spot on. So regarding the Impeccable, most recently, you get 3 Impeccable boxes in a case. I think that case went in about 45 minutes.
Oh, wow, yeah.
So yeah, there's, you know, I urge the fact that we like here at Cardsley Breaks, you know, send freebies, which is hugely important, because when I used to buy it, and I hated getting empty packages. You spend a lot of money sometimes, you know, especially those that buy multiple spots. And if you spend multiple money and don't get anything in the post, one, they're not going to come back again. Two, that's not the community vibe that I want. And 3, it's part of, you know, it's part of the hobby. If you buy in, you know, you should get something, because that's something which is a freebie, could be essentially important for your collection.
100%.
They're all random. I don't sit there and I try my best to sort of sort out teams for people they support, but I'll literally pick up a handful of cards, some packs and whatnot. But like I say, that random card that I've given them might be the final puzzle to their collection, really. So, but yeah, random teams is for me, it will always be above PYT. I think I've actually never done a PYT.
Right.
Just purely because I feel like like I keep saying, if everybody pays the same price, they've got just as much chance as anybody else to get those sort of Real Madrids, Barcelonas, and so on.
Yeah. What I've noticed as well from your Instagram on the links, so I think if you're, it's different, isn't it? Because obviously in England you're going to have, like you were saying, your Impeccable break went quite quickly. But here, for example, if that was applied, you'd have a lot of people with a lot of cards that don't actually want. But what I noticed from your Instagram is that you've got a chat, and you're tonight you're talking about a lot about community and the type of people, or the kind of vibe you want. Does that filter down to having a good knowledge of who collects what? So then you're facilitating, or you're having a community where they can trade teams or trade cards they've got and stuff like that. That's quite important for you, I guess?
Yeah, so we have actually we've got a WhatsApp group, and every day I look into that group, and there's always someone selling something or links to their eBay, which again I don't mind them promoting themselves, because this is what the community is all about. It's about, you know, meeting new people, trading together. This is why everybody's in the card game, really, building those sort of connections. Our WhatsApp group, I think, went from about 15 to like 70, 80 in about 3 weeks or so, which is quite okay, I think. Because, you know, it's not everybody wants to join a community group chat. It could just literally be shoved under the carpet and forgotten about. But I think, you know, it's a nice vibe in there. You know, there's a few United supporters, so when the Grimsby game was going off, that was quite nice to sort of put a few messages in there. But yeah, it's just a bit of banter, and we run our own sort of FPL league where the winner of that league will get a hobby box.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
So yeah, some people at the end of on a Monday, if they've done a good weekend, they'll screenshot their sort of score, but when they have a bad weekend, they're nowhere to be seen. So I think my team was bottom at one point. So yeah, that's not good for me. But yeah, for me, it's just building that community, meeting new people, trading, bantering in the group. And again, what's good about this WhatsApp group is that there's exclusive giveaways for those people in there, which is another reason. So yeah, all around, it's a good bunch of people in that group.
When you put up a new break, what platform do you use to say that breaks up? Is it Facebook or?
So what we do is the WhatsApp group members are notified
Get
first.
Priority.
Yeah. And then about an hour later, I'll put it on my TikTok story, the Instagram stories. So those guys have, I mean, first dibs, yeah, but yeah, they've got the opportunity. And what we also do is we do first 5 orders gets a free pack. So it's it's important. If you're part of the WhatsApp group, you know you're going to get a guaranteed pack of something if you jump in. But yeah, usually the first break sort of sells out with only about 4 or 5 spots left before I even go live. Which is decent. It's not too bad.
So yeah, I know I'm bombarding you with questions here, but when you just said there, like there might be 4 or 5 left, how would you fill them? So obviously you're going live before you've potentially sold all the slots. Mm-hmm. How does that work?
So I open up on a morning I'll open up the shop. I tend to go live most nights at 9 p.m. most nights. So by the time 9 p.m. hits, because it's been advertised in the group, it's been advertised on our social media pages. The guys can literally just click on a link and pay for a spot in the break. So by the time I log on at 9 p.m., there's been times where that break has already sold out. So I'll put another break up on. And then I'll randomize the teams for the usernames that have participated in the first break, and then off we go from there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that was
it's pretty nice.
That was quite exciting. I found that quite exciting as well. The whole I didn't know what team I was going to get. So then obviously you generated the users and what they got, and that was a bit of a adrenaline rush in itself. I got into Milan.
Well, hoping
for like a Barella auto or something like that, but no luck this time.
Yeah, I mean, usually it's the teams like, again, with all these good teams and bad teams, especially in Obsidian, you can get Ajax, you can get Frankfurt, you can get PSV, and they all came out of those boxes that night. So everyone obviously wants a big team, but it's the smaller teams that hit as well. And that's what I think people forget that as well. When you find out your team for the first time and you realise you've got Leverkusen, obviously no disrespect to Leverkusen, you can get 2 cards from that box, and people seem to forget about it. So yeah, sometimes it's good to have a not so good team instead of having a big team.
Yeah, definitely.
100%.
Away from bit of a delay there. We've got that lag back, I think, Mark, haven't we?
You're all good.
I was going to say, away from your breaks, how do you get your cards? Are you buying sort of boxes yourself, or do you buy singles? Go in, use other breakers?
So ideally, we do. We'll shop online. When I say we, it's just me. But we as a community, I'll shop online to find the sort of best price. Because if I can find a really good price for myself, it'll be a really good price to sell. And I say this because that is a common question in the streams. I'll take a look on Google each week, each day, because there's always a website that will be, every day will have different deals, different promotion offers. So it's important to have a look every single day on Google, because a website might be having a clearance sale. You never know, and it's good to get involved and snap them up straight away. But ideally, I'd like them in cases, because then we know for sure there's going to be case hits, which is always nice. If there's times where I can only get 1 box, then I'll just get 1 box.
And what about for yourself? Like, so away from what you do for the breaking side for your own PC, your own collection. How do you collect your cards? Do you buy specific ones now, or go into other breaks yourself with other people? Or?
So with these, the new ones, the Topps Premier League ones in the supermarket, that's actually what I'm sort of getting at now. Because it's supermarket's about 5 minutes down the road from me, so it's just easy to just drive down there and get a load. But back in the day when I was seriously collecting Chelsea cards, then it would just be me going on like sort of Topps website, Panini website, eBay, scouting around, especially eBay for single cards. So
that's it.
Pretty decent. But at the moment it's those Topps Premier League sort of cards. Trying to get a Esteval Diamond rookie.
Oh yeah, nice. How are you getting the Topps product for the new Premier League stuff? What do you think of the product itself?
I think it's okay. I think we were waiting for the sort of hobby box version to come out, and then further down the line you'll have the sort of Chrome box coming out. So it's nice now, but I think there's sort of excitement to come, I think.
Yeah. What have you pulled anything?
It's nice getting those hits, isn't it?
I've got a couple of really, really high numbered cards, like 299, 399. Nothing major. And again, no diamond rookies, and I've probably gone through about 3 boxes, and then individual packs here and there. But yeah, nothing too major. But again, as soon as the hobby box comes out and there's there's going to be a guaranteed something in there, then I'll probably have a couple of those boxes for the PC.
Nice. Obviously at the moment I'm really into the top stuff, and I'm searching for the auto. That's what we want. What would you say from your break so far? What's the best pull you've had so far, Stu?
Jeez, obviously we've had a few 1-of-1s. But we've had Pele patches, like low numbered. We've had Lamine Yamal patch autos, on card autos as well. I think for me personally, I think those on card autos from that Futera set, I don't know if you called it at the time, but we got like Rivaldo, Roberto Carlos, Louis Saha, Roy Keane. I think we got Rivaldo twice actually, but it's just those on card autos. It's like a collector's item. But don't get me wrong, the 1-of-1s are amazing as well. But I think just having an on-card auto from one of those legendary footballers is just unreal for me. But I guess it's personal preference, really, isn't it?
Well, knowing they've actually had the card as well, rather than just a sticker, is just adds something different to the card.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, they're definitely a lot cooler.
Yeah, that's what we discussed last week.
If I was to give you an answer, I'd say the Rivaldos. Big Rivaldo fan.
Oh, some player. Always remember that bicycle kick he scored. I think it was a hat trick. He scored a bicycle kick from the edge of the box. Yeah, incredible player.
Yep.
Cool. So we'll move on to what for you is like the end game for Cardsley Breaks, because obviously you've built such a great community. Obviously TikTok is you're flying on that platform. What's your sort of end game? Is it just to continue doing what you're doing, grow the community? What's the plan, mate?
Yeah, it's exactly that. It's to basically have another source of exposure to this game. There's so many channels doing amazingly well, and I don't know if you guys know, but sort of this card game is growing, and I think right now is the time to sort of, especially for my channel, to be that another source of exposure, to get the word out, to bring excitement to this game. Because don't get me wrong, there's a lot of people out there that go, oh, you still collect cards and you're a fully grown man, but like this, so check out my pages. Don't get me wrong, when I first started this page, there was a few mates of mine that were laughing, going, oh, this isn't going to take off, or and now they're getting involved themselves. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just as an example, if I can continue to grow, continue that community, allow people to sort of have the chance at grabbing these cards, I'd say a fair rate, because not there's people out there that won't buy these hobby boxes because of the price. But if I can keep the price as low as we can for these breaks, it gives them an opportunity to grab a card they've probably always wanted, but either couldn't afford or they've not found. But at the same time, I like people in the stream because I'm chatty, I'm engaging, answering all questions. They don't have to buy when they come into the stream. They can literally just chill out and listen to these wrestling sounds I've got on the soundboard here. So there's that.
For me, yeah, like I said earlier, it was the whole environment you created for your lives was probably what did it for me. Like, that made it, such an experience. And obviously, yeah, the WWE sound bites were just cracking me up. It was great, yeah. So I really enjoy it. Looking forward to jumping on the next one. How often do you do the breaks? How often do you do it a week?
So ideally, I'd like to do 4 to 5 nights a week. So that would be a Monday, 4 or 5 nights a week. And then, I'd be breaking. There's no set number I'd want to break. If I can break as much as I can, then I will. But me going live is a 4 to 5 nights kind of thing. Starting at 9 p.m. And then just finish when we finish, really. So that's that.
MC, who was your first team in Stu's break?
Inter Milan.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Inter Milan. Yeah, I was hoping for, like I said earlier, hoping for like a Nico Barella auto, but wasn't to be this time. But there's always next time. Who was yours? Who was your first team, BC? What was your first team on your first break?
Oh, blimey! Probably Seahawks, to be fair, mate. Like, I've never actually been in a Premier League break. I've only ever done NFL breaks. So like I was saying before, like generally I'll go Seahawks. But they were pretty shit cards for 2024. So I'd get it when I could. I'd get like some of the teams of like top quarterbacks just to build up like cards to trade and sell, and then buy Seahawks from previous years or trade for some decent ones. But yeah, like I've never actually done a. I had a look because there was one. This is why I was really curious, Stu, how you did yours, because there's a company over here that do breaks and do a lot of They do everything, but they do a lot of football. But they tend to break the teams down, so it's still like pick your own team, but they kind of divide them up by players. So you might have like, let's say you take Liverpool for example, they might be broken down into clusters of 4 players, then another 4, then you might get another 4, then it might be like Liverpool other. So there's like 4 or 5 opportunities to buy. But for me, it just got a bit complicated. And I looked at the list and I was just like, I don't think that's for me. But like, that's why, I'd find it hard. I'd come into a break that's formatted how you do it for just to see what's what. But I would find it tricky to continue to do that because I wouldn't want to end up with a load of other teams. It depends on, I guess, how you collect or what you want to collect. So for me, like I would always go with pick your own team because of the way I collect or what I collect. And I'm really closed off in terms of like I don't mind the odd Brighton player, but I don't want anything other than Liverpool players from a football soccer point of view. Whereas like I'm not too dissimilar for NFL, but like I love Seahawks, but then I've got other players and other teams that I quite like to collect, so it's different. So and I guess what got me into it was the NFL cards. I think generally speaking, I'm much more in that camp than football anyway. But yeah, like definitely interested in hearing, and I'm sure, like like Nick, for example, and that will find this interesting because it's different, and in England, you've got a lot more, especially for Premier League stuff. You're going to have a massive audience compared to what we have here. Here, it's very even in the card world. I mean, the card world here, it feels big when you're in it, but it's small.
Yep.
And with football, it's even smaller. So yeah, definitely be interesting for other people to listen to that. Yeah, it's different. different size markets and stuff like that. But I think over here, I think NBA is a lot bigger. So generally, you have much more trading options. But I think we spoke, Mike, didn't we? Like, with us as well, and what we're trying to do. Our main focus is the podcast and just talking to people, because we're fairly new as well. But I think in England and New Zealand, I want to have some sort of database where I know, and I feel like that's more important over here because it's so small. So I want to know what everyone's collecting, what the PCs are, because you want to make that the transaction of trading and stuff like that a lot more smoother, because you want to reduce the amount of a waste, I guess, for want of a better expression. Like I had because it's Father's Day, I got my hobby box today, but like I've got a stack like this big of base cards that I've got no interest in. So whilst it was nice to open it, and it's like that's that other element that you were talking about, Mark. Like even when you're seeing your random teams get generated, that's part of the kick, isn't it? Like once you've bought into the break, that's part of the kick. It's all kind of part of that journey. But yeah, like I think over here, like you want to be able to know, you want to know who collects what, and you want it nice and streamlined so that you can get those cards to where they need to be, rather than just sitting in a box for God knows how long. So I think that's part of what we're trying to achieve. Correct me if I'm wrong, MC.
No, 100%. Yeah. It's really interesting to hear how you sort of grew your community, Stu, and how you keep them engaged, because I think that's one of the key factors, isn't it? Your engagement's super positive, and it seems like you keep that community really sort of alert to what you're doing, and that's how you keep them within your community, right? And yeah, long may it continue. But it's really interesting to hear about it. So listen, Stu, one other question from me actually. What is the first break that you went into? Do you remember it, and how did it pan out?
Oh no, I'll tell you. Actually, it's not a good ending. So I joined Break on Whatnot, and it was a Roy Keane. It was from it was either the Topps Gold or the Deco box at the time, whatever it was. I had a United spot, so I was like, you know what, fair play. On there, that was PYT. So I was just swiping for the big teams, if I'm honest. But I managed to win Man United, and I got a Roy Keane also to 10. And I never saw it.
Oh.
So I didn't do many breaks after that. So yeah, it never came in the post. So someone out there's got a nice Roy Keane to 10.
Oh no! So that would have put me off like from the start. That's interesting, isn't it? Because if you have one bad experience, that could be enough to change your whole perception, and you think, oh, I might not bother.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely didn't buy again from that stream. But again, don't get me wrong, it could have been every Royal Mail who messed it up. But because it was my first time and my first hit, I was thinking, my luck's in here. But in fairness, I think I forgot about the card even coming. I think I checked my phone and it was like, it said it was delivered or whatever it was, and it wasn't here. Managed to get the refund. But yeah, never really participated in many breaks after that, if I'm honest. I think that was the one and only time, unless it was like a mate of mine doing a break or something. Because I've got many mates in this hobby game. But yeah, I wouldn't go straight off the back into a new stream and buy one. Part of the reason why I do what I do is to build that sort of community, build that trust, have a conversation first. I always like people in the stream. I don't necessarily want them to buy. I want to talk about football. I want to talk about who they support. I want to banter with their team. And I think by doing that then just enables them to go, you know what, Cardsley Breaks is pretty decent. I'm going to jump in the shop and, buy a spot or two.
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to have to jump in one of these because I think it's like a different, over here, obviously you talk about community a lot, but that's the same for me. I'm I'm talking to people via messages that I've never actually met, but I feel like are friends that I've met through these groups. But that's the important, like, so over here, like the ones I do, but essentially through like Facebook groups. So they go live for the break for the people in the group. They use a chat, you know, a bit like WhatsApp, Signal, where they go out first to people that are part of that chat. But like, there's obviously rules around joining the group and stuff like that. But again, probably more so over here because, I mean, compared to England, I mean, the population of New Zealand's 5.5 million. I think you've got about 8 million just in London. So once if you have someone who's, I don't know what the word to put on it, but you know, it's important. You do something wrong here, or you don't send someone a card, or you don't pay, or something like that. You're done and dusted because it's such a small community. Yeah. But that's why it's important to have those groups, have the questions, have the rules. Everyone gets to know everyone, and you know it's pretty good. But it's not, rather than a stream as such, they just generally go live for that break. So everyone's paid, everyone's ready to go, and it goes live once the break's ready to go, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Whereas, correct me if I'm wrong, what you're describing, it sounds like, bang, there's the stream. And you not only have you got your break, you've got all this other chat going on and stuff like that, which sounds quite cool.
Yeah, absolutely spot on. That's literally what I've got in the group itself. I've got people going, "What time are you going on?" Even though they know it's 9, I've advertised it for 9 p.m. They want to make sure that I'm definitely getting on it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, make sure you're there for 9. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's nice. It's so nice, and like I say, especially, I mean, not so much the streams around this weekend because it's international football, and that just makes everyone a little bit sad. But when it's like the Premier League, everyone will jump into the stream, especially if Chelsea drop points. Or like I said at the beginning, people think I'm Everton fans, and if Everton lose, like I think they faced Leeds first game of the season and lost. I had all these Leeds fans jumping in, going Leeds, and I'm like, okay, you could do that. Yeah.
I mean,
funny when that happens.
Yeah, it was so I really enjoyed it, Stu, mate, and I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, like I said, it's the whole engagement around it, the environment that you create for that live. Because I was wary of going on any breaks for a while, wasn't I, Coon? Because I didn't know what it would be. It'd be black and white.
It's taken you a while, wasn't it?
It's taken me ages. Yeah, I didn't know what it'd be like. Like, would it be?
Well, you might need to reconnect. You might need to drop off and reconnect. Your mic is constantly going up. Like,
I got about half of
that.
All right, give me chat amongst yourselves.
Still there, messing with it. Yeah, we've been trying to get him on breaks for ages. But what was interesting at the start of this, when I said to him, "How does he feel?" Because for me, like I've said on the other podcast, like if I hit big, I want to go again. If I don't hit anything, I want to go again. So I feel like the safest thing for my mentality is like that middle ground.
Yeah.
But I found the whole process like kind of addictive. But it's funny because Mark touched upon it. Like when you're like randomizing your teams, for example, that's kind of part of it as well. So it's not actually just the cards; it's the whole thing. Like I found once you've bought in, even if it's not running until the next day, for example, that's enough to kind of quench that thirst for what it is you're doing, if that kind of makes sense. And again, that feeds into the community side because like even for that half an hour or whatever you're on, or however long it is, that you're talking to those same people and stuff like that. So, but yeah, like, we've been trying to get you on for ages, Mark, haven't we?
Yeah, we've had a few. Yeah, we've had a couple of messages here and there, haven't we, Stu? So yeah, it was so happy to get you on and pick your brains a little bit about it all. And I wanted to get on the break before speaking to you to sort of understand it a bit better.
To see if you liked it or not.
Yeah, yeah, that as well. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, but yeah, for my first break, I loved it. And it sort of tapped into everything that I like as well. Yeah, the football chat, the banter, the WWE quips. Yeah, top draw, mate. So looking forward to the next one. And yeah, if it's 9 o'clock UK time, Kumi, it'll be what, 8 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, that's it.
So
At
yeah,
the
you'll be able
minute,
to jump on one as well.
yeah. I'm gonna jump on, mate. I think you can keep my stuff for me when I absolutely clean up.
You'll get the Frankfurt spot and you'll hit twice.
Yeah, that's it. The streak I'm on, I tell you. Whew,
Yeah.
riding that wave.
Right. Cool. So Stu, do you want to do some like shout outs for the socials, mate? Anything for the page whilst we're still on?
So we're on obviously TikTok, Instagram. In both bios of our pages, we've got the links to the WhatsApp group, and if you're into the FBL stuff, we've got links to that as well. But yeah, WhatsApp incredibly important because, like I say, exclusive giveaways, freebies for that stuff for those people. So yeah, extremely important. If you like free stuff, get yourself in that group.
Yeah, 100%. I'm going to jump in that WhatsApp group after this, actually. Get that community going. But yeah, amazing. Well, look, Kumi, you've got any other questions for Stu?
No, I think to be fair to you, Stu, I've bombarded you. I think so, and yeah, I think you've answered my question as well. I think you know this whole podcast is. I say this all the time, so it's got boring, but like we're new to it, we're learning, amateurs, and that's part of the, I guess, the USP for our group and stuff like that, being open to what it is. So we're learning, so we're going to say things that people might listen to and think, oh, fucking, they don't know what they're talking about, but that's exactly it. So I only know what I know from over here, you know, the breaks that I've done and stuff like that. So what you do is quite different to what I've experienced over here. So like just having you on, like I was saying to Mark, like, I was excited just so, and I think interestingly, you know, like we have Nick on regularly from KCC, and I'm guessing that he would be interested in what you said today as well, because you know he breaks and stuff like that. So I guess it's always interesting to listen to how other people do it and things like that. So yeah, like, I think all the questions I wanted to ask, you've answered them well, to the point that I'm definitely going to jump on.
Yeah, sounds good. Like I say,
yeah.
like you don't even have to buy it. Just come in for the chat.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'll wait until Chelsea lose, mate. I think.
I was just going to say we've got some anti-Liverpool fans in the stream sometimes.
Yeah.
So just wait till you not lose, then you can come in.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But Mark, on the socials, I've found this week I've had a bit of time on my hands, and I've been on Instagram. I've been sort of interacting with a lot, you know, like actually chatting to people and looking at the cards more and having conversations. And my I don't know nothing about algorithms and all this sort of thing, but the amount of people that have just started like connecting and, or what do you call it, adding friends and stuff like that. Like this week, I think we've gained 60 followers, but just through chatting and having conversations, keeping up that flow of, hopefully people like it, you know, try and keep our pictures a bit different, you know, I'll try, you know, I want people to look at the stuff and things like that. But yeah, like I've had so many interactions this week with people through Instagram. So that's for us, for like yourself there, Stu, is growing, which is really good. And then that generates more like natural interactions on the post, which has been really cool. But like I'm finding like I'm getting reoccurring conversations with people and stuff like that. So we're new to it, and already like through the breaking channels and those communities, through the Instagram, through the TikTok and stuff like that, and this podcast, it feels for me like it's taken off. But like the guests we've had on so far, it's been amazing. Having you on's amazing. It just shows that people are interested to come and have that chat. So yeah, no, I've enjoyed it, mate. Really have. I appreciate you coming on.
I appreciate you guys having me.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's a nice sentiment to end it on. Yeah, thanks for coming on, Stu. Really appreciate it, mate. Looking forward to the next break. And yeah, all the best for the page, mate. You're doing great stuff. Keep it up.
Appreciate that, and same to you guys with the podcast.
Cool. Nice one. All right, gents. Regards to your families.
Regards to the families. All the best.
See ya.